let's talk about. Sorry. Let's talk about the new NBC, the National Boxing Championship. From a distance, we see now. The other day, I was watching the boxing league, something that's catching up, and I was listening to you earlier on, saying what caught the interest of a BSA with their proposal. Can you tell us more about it?
All right. Firstly, we need to catch up with what the world is doing out there universally. And as our vision statement says, that we want to be a number one sporting code in the country. And part of that will be to keep up with the times. I mean, you go anywhere universally, we already have your there's a league that's happening in Russia, your Grand Prix, boxing Grand Prix that's happening in Russia. It's something that we've been watching on TV. And so when NBC came, it came with something that we've been watching on TV. We thought this is a great idea that will benefit and champion the interests of boxing at large.
Do we know in terms of how it's going to be structured going forward?
They come with two elements. The first element will be the element of a league, where a league, let's talk about one division where they have a league to say they will have a fight every month, and then they will know how to structure in terms of if you won on points, you will maybe you gain 3 points. If you won in a knockout, you'll be 4 points, something along those lines. The same way soccer, if you know soccer, it works. And they also have what we call the one-day competition, where they will have more of 16 boxers fighting each other. So now what boxing is still doing is to come with a motto is how we will sanction that beforehand, because now you don't know which boxer is going to win and qualify to go to the next round. But now if we have people that are all 5 and less, it's easy for you to sanction all of them, because there's no risk, an element of risk in those fights. So now it's for them to now come and tell us that we're going to do it with people that have 5 fights or people that are already in the rating to the one-day knockout tournament. So from a helicopter perspective, it's something that's beautiful. It's something that's already happening. It's nothing new in the world of boxing, and we love the fact that a new kid on the block is bringing it to us.
And so, how I look at it, so it becomes more of a national event.
Definitely, it's gonna be. They plan to roll out and make it a national event, but for now they decided to do it as Gauteng because they are getting funding from the Gauteng Sports Department, and obviously they will have to now take care of Gauteng. So obviously, if other provinces has a buy-in, they will push it over to other provinces. But for now, they said they want to make Gauteng their home base, and hopefully they can make this a national event. For now, it's still a Gauteng event.
And I think building from what the minister was saying in the national convention, I think it's one of those programs that he can also adopt.
I honestly don't see a minister not coming on board with this one, and especially it's giving young kids a platform. I mean, I look at this bill right now. These are boxers that I will call your development boxers, people that your 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 major promoters wouldn't have an interest of signing. So if we don't have grassroots, we want to have future champions. And they coming already with saying, let's take care of grassroots. We don't want anybody that's already established. And for one of the things that Minister spoke into is development, long-term development plan. And I believe this is where we take it from. Some of the boxers that are already starting on these leagues, you look at them 4 years' time, they will be future champions. So this is great initiative for development of boxing.
And I think lastly, before Yamkela comes in, you mentioned something in terms of what they will be paying as well. And we know that one of the things the minister has been very emphatic about that, the future of whoever comes into the space and wants to be involved, we must make them attractive to the boxers, because sometimes boxers can only fight twice or even 3 times a year.
I'll be quite honest. What NBC is coming with is actually good for boxers. It's very motivational. the amount they pay in boxers. Some people fight for that money at provincial titles and already are paying already in a 6 rounder. This is good news for boxing and definitely motivational to also the managers and everybody else. So in terms of compensation of boxers, they are nailing it, and hopefully this is the start and we're gonna get even better. And I hope they are setting the pace and other promoters are just gonna follow trend in terms of the compensation of boxers. We gladly actually love what they are paying the boxers. Thank you.
Yeah, I think just one more question, and I think this goes back to the theme or part of the main things that will come out of the convention. That this is a sign that BSA as the regulator alone and just individual promoters will not influence the future of boxing.